Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, pushing this 100% to the gospel, waking up and sealing the elect of the nation of Israel through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh. And salutation to all you sincere Akimate that are pushing this gospel in righteousness and sincerity. Alright, so what we're going to go into, let me just first read the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and I'll start from verse 25. Agree with an adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time thy adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Alright, so that's what we're going to go into today. You know, this lesson will be turn the other cheek. So I'm going to read the precept that term came from. Right, so this is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 28, and it reads, But I say unto you that whosoever looketh, it's like a wrong precept. It's like a wrong precept. I meant Matthew 38. It's like I meant Matthew 38. Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You know, going back into the law. If whatsoever is done unto you, that you should return unto it in kind. And I continue, but I say unto you that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if a man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. Now this is just going into how we shouldn't try to get up on Esau carnally. You know, let this devil do what he wants. You know, we wait on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because this is his time. You know, this is his rulership. Another precept I want to get is in the book of Romans 12. Alright, so it's the book of Romans chapter 12, and I start from verse 19. And it reads, Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahweh. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. So, not avenging ourselves on Esau on this side. Not going at him carnally. It's not for our sakes. It's not for some brotherly love. We're all human Christian bullshit. Alright, all this what we are doing is to their detriment. So to further add to their condemnation. Because the scriptures tell you that what they requited me good for evil, and the Most High will see that. You see how basically that Esau keeps on, keeps on. I don't know the term I use, but he keeps on piling evil upon evil on himself. That will be more for him to pay for, and when we get to the kingdom. I'm also thinking of another precept. Like I just tried to refresh it in my memory. It's going into I can't remember this. I can't remember the exact precept I was trying to think. I was thinking about. I can't remember the exact precept. You have to bear with me for that. Forgetting it. But what I'm going into is that this is Esau's time. That's why the apostles always talk about how these devils should enjoy their rulership. That they should do all that is in their pleasure. Ride it out until the end. Let them do the pleasures of their hearts, because this is their kingdom. And let me get the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, because the Most High had given them this time of rulership. In the book of Revelation, I believe it's the 20th chapter, where it talks about how. And let me just go to that first. Revelation 20. Okay, here it is. Revelation chapter 20, and I'll start from verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. Right, this is speaking of, right now we're in that season where this devil was loosed. So the Most High has loosed him to have rulership, to deceive the nations. Right, to do all this wickedness upon the earth, and the only thing that we were appointed to do in this time is to prophesy against this kingdom, to basically prophesy to the Most High, to bring down this kingdom, to prophesy the downfall and destruction of this kingdom, to wake up our people and to seal through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, to seal as many of the elect as there is on the as there is on the as there is living on the earth right now. Right, so let me go to the next piece that I want to get. That is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 from verse 7, and it reads, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And this is the time of the Most High letting Esau, letting him do what he will. And there will come a time where he's taken out of the way. And then, we can take our vengeance on these devils, man. Because, the kind of hell that we're going to be making them catch. Yeah, it's like I got caught off there, Something came up, it's a distraction. Noise in the background came out, and I couldn't continue. I had to just wait for it to reduce a little bit. So let me just finish up and let me make my closing remarks. Because this situation that we're in right now is both a test of our faith and patience. So I'm not trying to say that let this devil just walk over you, let Esau just walk over you. No, what I'm trying to say is that let the Most High fight this battle. Just turn the other cheek. This is Esau's time to rule, and flesh and blood is not going to bring down this kingdom. So that is, I'm ready here. Book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Alright, so with that I'm going to end it here. Let's give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham Rakaf Wadash, Wa Abad Babal, and through the Spirit, now every brother and your sister, Lanjiwa edified. Shalom.